How you doing? When you check this out, you might find this a bit disturbing, but this is what I've been told the last few days. And I was brought to a hotel in Leinster, just next to Dublin, and pointed out a few things by people I know. So basically, I met some people I know at a church in a county near Dublin, and he pointed out a young girl walking around, 13 years old, with a fancy little skimpy bra on her, with a fancy hairdo, covered from head to toe, fake tan. So I was looking at the young one and thought, geez, that's a bit much for a 13-year-old, especially like 1:30 in the afternoon, should she not be in school? So there was two other kids, about 16 years of age, sitting on the steps, probably about 20-30 yards away from me. And I says to the two of them, I says, ask you a question. This was a boyfriend and a girlfriend. These are fully clothed, dressed with jackets and all on them. I says, is that right the way that young one's dressed there? I says, I might be a bit older. He says, I'm 49 now. I said, what do you think of that? And he says, no, you're right, Scott, he said. He says, that's what's going on. He says, but it's not right, he said. He says, she's not from around here. We don't know her, he said, and she's not a girl from this county. Wait till you hear her accent. I said, what do you mean? He says, that there is like paedophile stuff, he says. That's not for 13 years of age, he says. He says, and she's not from around here, he says. We don't know her. She's hanging around here heading towards the hotel. So I told him, I said, geez, that's not fucking right, man, you know. So I walked down with a mate of mine to the hotel, and there was a young one sitting outside it with filthy, dirty teeth. I knew by looking at her she was a drug addict, and her hair was dyed pure red. I said, what age are you, love? She says, 17. And me and my mate was looking at her, and I says, what are you doing sitting on that wall? She says, I says, I walk in there. She says, I'm a cleaner. I says, you walk in that hotel, yeah? I says, you know what's in there, don't you? And she says, yeah, the paedophiles and rapists from Afghanistan, she says, but I've security to watch me. I says, how come you hadn't wearing clothes to do with the hotel? And she broke out laughing and put her hand over her mouth. I says, you're selling yourself in there, aren't you? She says, you know what you're at? I says, I'm at the guards, like. And she says, yeah. She says, I get €300 a week, some of us does, she says, but the other fella gets the rest of the money. I says, you're only 17-year-olds having sex with paedophiles and rapists. I says, that's fucking disgusting. And the young one looked at me and says, well, she says, look, there's nearly 300 of them in there. She says, but I need money, she says. She gets €300 a week cash. The pimp gets the rest of the money. And at 17 years of age, she's in there having sex with fucking paedophiles and fucking rapists. Told me herself that the hotel is full of paedophiles and rapists, and she has to be watched when she's dealing with the customers in case a few of them goes into the room. So the 13-year-old little girl up the road was one of her breed. The exact same accent of her. Not from the county. They were brought in. I said, where are you living? And she told me the address up the road, which is pure bollocks because she doesn't live there. I know she's not from there. My mate was with me, said she's not. So I thought, this is not right, and the two of us walked off. The young one grew up and legged her. And I don't know what happened. She walked into a car park, probably getting into a car with somebody or something, but she told me herself that she's selling herself in that hotel room with another 13-year-old in the area and other girls, being rented out, Irish girls to paedophiles and rapists. So I walked up the road a bit with my mate and I was watching for a while, and I seen two young girls walking by me, 13 years of age, and I knew they weren't from this county looking at them. They'd mini skirts right up to their private parts with high heels on them, walking down the road. So I called them over and says, where are you going? And he says, up the road. I said, what age are you? Oh, he says, you shouldn't be asking the young girl their business. I says, take out your phone and ring the guards, he says, and tell them there's a 49-year-old man hassling you. I says, I'm gonna ask you again, where are you going? So the two of these young ones had accents as thick as mine, pure Dublin accents, and they were dressed like fucking real tight mini skirts on them and high heels and makeup all over them, in another county walking around, like, you know. I says, if I find the 2 years are going up near the hotel there, he says, there's going to be fucking murder now in a minute, I'm telling you that. I says, now, if you think I'm hassling, why don't you ring the guards and report me? The two of them looked at each other, wouldn't take their phones out. I says, oh, we're going, turned around and belted back down the road. 13 years of age, dressed up with mini skirts on them, makeup all over them with high heels, heading towards the paedophile hotel / paedophile brothel. And that's what's fucking going on in our country, with Afghanistan and Somalia and fucking paedophiles and rapists. Irish children, a 17-year-old and 3 13-year-olds hanging around the area to go into a fucking hotel for the paedophiles and rapists. And this is what's going on in our fucking country. Huh? You want to ring the National Party, Ben Gilroy, Dee Wall, Gemma O'Doherty, Michael Leahy, Derek Blige, and you want to get yourself onto the National Party or a good party, or look what's ahead of your children. Make me sick, this place, man.